Security cameras show the moment that the elderly woman collapses. No identification was found, but a set of keys and some great detective work has led police to the patient's home. An elderly woman is now in cardiac arrest after dramatically collapsing at a service station.
Let the chest come all the way up between pumps. We're going to do this 600 times until help takes over, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So keep going with those compressions until crews take over.
It's newly promoted Hannah's first day as an intensive care paramedic. She's on her way to the critically ill patient. The first paramedic crew to arrive has taken over CPR, and they're desperately trying to restart the patient's heart.
All right, MCCD.
All right, so charge and check, compressions continue. Everybody else stand clear. Charging. Clear. Shocking. Back in the chest, please.
As I arrive on scene, we have the patient lying on her back. There's lots of blood all over the floor and over her face. We have 4 paramedics providing CPR, defibrillating the patient and ventilating her with oxygen.
No pulse. No pulse.
Hannah is now taking over the CPR, hoping the chest compressions can help keep the blood flowing and keep the woman alive. No wallet has been found. Nothing to identify her.
So we've got 1 minute to the next charge and check.
All right.
A charge and check is the warning that the defibrillator is about to send electric shocks through the patient. To be safe, everyone at the scene has to be hands off.
All right, guys, for the next charge and check, we're going to lean her forward.
Compressions continue. Everybody else stand clear.
Yep.
Charging.
All right, guys.
Hands off.
I'm safe.
Shocking rhythm. Shocking.
All right, lean her forward, lean her forward. All right, guys, straight under the arm over her left shoulder.
Yep.
All right, down we go. All right, there we go.
To free up the team for other life-saving tasks, they decide to use the thumper, a mechanical device that takes over CPR in tight situations.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. There's already a lot of pressure at a cardiac arrest to do the absolute best you can. But what does make it harder is that this is somebody's mother, sister, friend, and they are relying on you to save their loved one's life.
So charge and check. Compressions continue. Everybody else stand clear.
Yep.
Charging.
I'm safe.
Shocking. No pulse. No pulse.
More crucial minutes go by. 3 shocks from the defibrillator has still not started the woman's heart. The situation is now critical. The longer her heart is not pumping blood, the greater the chance of brain damage.
All right, I've got a good line.
30 seconds to the next charge and check.
Yeah. The patient is still in cardiac arrest. What this means is that her heart is not beating and she's not breathing on her own. Essentially, it means that she is clinically dead.
Charge and check. Compressions continue. Everybody else stand clear.
Yep.
Charging. Thirty seconds to the next charge and check.
Yeah.
Time is running out for intensive care paramedic Hannah and the team. Despite several attempts to shock their patient back to life, there is no heartbeat.
There's no blood circulating through the body whatsoever and no blood getting to the brain. This is as critical as it gets.
Paramedics now know the woman fighting for her life is 81-year-old Monica.
So charge and check. Compressions continue. Everybody else stand clear.
Yep.
Charging.
I'm safe.
Non-shockable. For a pulse.
Yep. We notice a change in rhythm. So it's important for us to check for a pulse to see if her heart is beating on its own. We got pulses.
Okay, so we've got a new patient, guys.
We find a pulse. This is pretty incredible, and this is everything we work for and what we hope for. Now we need to make sure that we can maintain it. All right, so we're getting a blood pressure. We've got spontaneous rests. We'll go adrenaline infusion just in case she arrests again. We really are sitting on the precipice with Monica. It's very likely that the patient will slip back into a cardiac arrest.
All right, so we're gonna go for an immediate tube. Equipment has been tested. We've got ETCO2.
To keep Monica's airways open, Hannah needs to intubate. It is one of the most challenging procedures intensive care paramedics perform in the field.
It's gonna be Jess and I doing the tube, so critical communication only. I'm gonna get Elise to time you over 30 seconds, okay? All right, can I have the bougie, please? All right, we have the bougie through. Can I have the tube?
Performing an intubation outside of hospital is a critical procedure. We need to insert the tube through her mouth and into her airways.
All right, we're in, bougie out.
It's really important that it's done correctly and quickly.
All right, we're taking out the blade. Can you put 5 mil, cup up? And then we'll reconnect and do some ventilations, okay? We've got rise and fall. Can you check the radial pulse there?
Yep. So we've got a strong radial this side
Yep.
and blood pressure sitting around 300 as well.
Okay, perfect. And then also it'd be worthwhile putting some closed suction tubing on just because of the blood, and then we'll get out of here.
Despite the fact that Monica is now breathing and her heart is beating, time is still of the essence in this case.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
She's still extremely unwell, and the priority has now changed to rapid extrication to hospital.
15 minutes ETA.
No worries, thanks.
And this means lights and sirens because every second counts.
The sats are still good, heart rate still good electrically, adrenaline infusion's still running.
Critically ill Monica is just hanging on to life as the paramedic team race to hospital. The 81-year-old has survived a cardiac arrest, and intensive care paramedic Hannah is constantly checking her vital signs.
So is all the bleeding coming from here?
I think so.
So I wonder if the cause of the arrest was the head strike or the head strike is just secondary.
We can see that she's sustained a wound to the front of her head, which is bleeding heavily. Our concerns are that she's not just bleeding on the outside, but also on the inside.
Yeah, it's quite intense. I can see it flowing. I'm just going to put quite a reasonable amount of pressure there. Poor thing.
A team of doctors are waiting to take Monica into the resuscitation room. At the end of her first day as an intensive care paramedic, Hannah is still fearful for her patient's future.
All right, guys.
We've done absolutely everything we can for Monica. We've given her as much chance of survival as possible, but unfortunately the odds are stacked against her.
Prospect 50. Roger, Matt. So we're going priority 2 to a 17-year-old female with a head knock following contest, broken nose, but she is conscious. So it sounds like she was playing women's AFL.
Love it. Loves the young girls getting out there.
Yeah.
They must have gone in hard.
Women's Australian rules football teams are becoming increasingly popular, but frightening injuries are also on the rise.
It's a nasty knock. We've got to get there quickly because if she has got a concussion or a worst case scenario, she's having a bleed from the head knock like that kid that had last weekend.
Yeah.
And he ended up passing away. Tragedy.
Cheers. Hi. How you going?
17-year-old Pam. She's collided with one of her own teammates, believe it or not. She's gone down onto her knees, so there's been no loss of consciousness, but she's got the obvious fractured nose.
When we walk in, I'm not being mean, but Pam looks so awful. She's got all this blood running down her face and the poor thing's upset and she's in pain, and I just really feel for her.
The first thing that came to my mind is, does Pam have a concussion? She's had a really hard hit to the nose, and broken bones hurt. Hits to the head really ache. And I, for one, know that I had pain for weeks when I broke my nose. So I'm feeling what Pam's feeling.
hurts really.
Okay.
Aaron and Laura have just arrived at a local women's footy match where their teenage patient is in shock and extreme pain.
It's isolated pain to the nose,
Yep.
which is just across the T.
Yeah,
I've palpated her entire face and everything else feels intact. No C-spine pain, but she's saying all of her limbs feel really heavy and she's still got 8 out of 10 pain.
Okay.
All right, Pam, I'm going to leave you with these guys, okay?
Thank you. Is this Mum?
Yeah.
And Dad.
Oh.
Your little girl goes in hard.
William and Carla are understandably worried. It was just 2 weeks ago that the 17-year-old suffered an on-field concussion. So this time, they feared the worst.
I saw her collapsing with someone from her own team. I knew something is not right, and I started to get worried because she was not standing up. They took her out of the field, and that's when I saw her face was covered in blood, and she was crying, scared, shaking. She was in shock. It was scary.
Can you just open your eyes nice and wide for me? Perfect. No blurry vision.
It's a little bit blurry.
Yeah. I'll get you to look to the left and right of you, just nice and slowly, but if your neck hurts, I just want you to stop. And now the other way.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, baby.
I'm sorry.
Oh, are you sorry? You don't have to be
I know
sorry.
you don't want me to get concussions and everything.
Yeah, but you did play and you enjoyed, so these things happen. Pamela is a super girl. I'm so proud of her. Everything she does it well. She is the sweetest girl, amazingly friendly, but when playing football, she just transforms into this beast, killing machine. You know, she just loves it. It's in her blood.
You're right, Pam. Bones heal.
No year 12 formals or anything?
Yes, it's
Oh, sorry! Oh, no! I was joking!
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I may have made a little mistake asking her if there was any formal coming up. Of course, it's 2 weeks away. Thinking back to 10 years ago when I was 17 and putting myself in her shoes, I'm like, oh no, the poor thing.
Go the Gullies! Oh, we're winning!
You are winning.
Pam is now being taken to the nearby Women's and Children's Hospital. The 17-year-old will have scans of her head and neck to work out whether this wounded footballer will need surgery before her all-important formal.
Carla, I'll get you to jump in the back.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, baby. I'll meet you there. I'm worried about so many things. The possibility of her having another concussion. She's got so many plans for her future. And the possibility of having a brain injury, it scares me.
My nose hurts. I mean, my head hurts.
You'll have a bit of a headache.
Aaron and Laura's patient Pam is on her way to hospital with her mum Carla. The 17-year-old was playing footy when she collided with a teammate, resulting in a badly broken nose and possible concussion.
So it's gonna heal back.
It'll heal great, yeah.
Crooked.
No.
The Year 12 student has her school formal in 2 weeks and is nervous about how she might look.
No, she'll be right.
Remember what I said before? It's
And
a
also,
2-week
makeup
thing.
artists these days, they can cover anything.
Oh, wait, I forgot to take my makeup off for my game because I was on a date.
Oh!
Hey, how'd you meet this guy you went on a date with?
Oh, we met at a party.
Yeah, nice.
He's different from any other guy I've met.
Oh,
Yeah, he like...
some risky words you're saying there.
Exactly. The first date, he was like, let's go to Botanic. And I was like, oh, okay. Because Botanic is just notorious for just hooking up.
What's Botanic?
Botanic Gardens, yeah.
Oh!
Like, yeah, we can have a picnic. And he made us lunch. He made me a sandwich.
That is a green flag.
I know, and he's so sweet.
The green whistle's a really unique form of pain relief we use. It's highly effective, really simple, but it also, in kids or younger adults, we find it lets their deepest, darkest secrets out. Pam's a great example of this. She's on cloud 9. It's moments like this where you're like, hey, she's not in any pain anymore. She's laughing, joking. This must be working. We're doing something right.
As long as my teeth don't get knocked out, everything else is fine.
I play ice hockey and I had my teeth knocked out.
Really? Like how many of them?
Front four. These.
So that was like a proper knockout.
Don't you wear a mouth guard?
Mum said the same thing to me. She's like, where's your mouth guard?
Aaron and Laura have done their job of taking Pam's mind off her injuries.
We're just about to pull up.
But the 17-year-old won't be able to relax until doctors confirm just how much damage was done in the on-field collision.
Is it still bleeding?
Just a tiny bit.
Alrighty, shall we? I'm really hoping that Pam's only in the hospital for a short period of time. They can rule out any head injury, they can make sure she doesn't need any surgery for her nose, and she can be back playing footy in no time. And I really hope that their swelling and the bruising goes down before formal.
Come through.
Two weeks ago, fearless footballer Pam collided with a teammate and broke her nose.
Can you just open your eyes nice and wide for me?
Aaron and Laura were worried she may have also suffered a concussion. But all the 17-year-old could think about was how she would look at her school formal.
So it's gonna heal back.
It'll
It's
heal
not gonna
great,
be, like,
yeah.
Crooked.
No.
Dad, you ready?
Oh my God! Look at you! Oh, jeez! Oh, jeez! Look at you! Show me around.
Yes.
So gorgeous! Oh no!
Pam was assessed at hospital and cleared of concussion. Her fractured nose needs to be straightened, but for now, that can wait.
I've been looking forward to this moment my whole life, so now that it's finally here, I'm feeling a bit nervous. My nose is still very tender. I don't know if other people can see it if it's broken, but it's really painful still. I don't want to touch it.
You can't barely notice. You
No.
look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Despite the pain and doctor's orders not to play for 6 weeks, Pam is definitely not giving up on her footy passion.
We just talked to her and say, Pamela, I'm concerned about you. Why don't you play chess or badminton or something else? She said, no way, Dad. I can't wait to go back to the pitch and play football again. And I said, whoa, good on you.
I'm so excited.
It's your night, baby. It's your night. Have fun. Enjoy it. Her nose, I am not gonna lie, doesn't look straight, but nothing that makeup can't fix. She will be fine. Bye.
Stand clear.
Yep.
Charging. Hands off.
I'm safe.
Shocking.
5 weeks ago, 81-year-old Monica collapsed and died at a service station.
Can we check for a pulse?
We got pulses.
Okay, so we've got a new patient, guys.
On the first day in her new role as an intensive care paramedic, Hannah shocked Monica back to life, but held little hope for her survival.
Given the fact that we see so much life and death every day at work, it really does remind me that the most important thing is to just spend time with friends and family and live every day as best you can, because if this job has taught me anything, it's that life is very unpredictable.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, can I have a hug?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for saving my life.
How are you feeling?
I feel terrific.
You look amazing.
As if nothing's wrong with me.
Oh my goodness.
Tests showed that a heart attack caused Monica's cardiac arrest, but given her age, doctors have ruled out major surgery, opting instead for ongoing medication.
Mum's a miracle. We can't believe it at all that she has survived. To see the state she was in for days on life support, then not recognising us, not being able to squeeze our hand, and then since then, she has just improved in leaps and bounds.
Oh, I can see why you survived, Monica, because you've got a very strong spirit.
Well, my time wasn't up yet.
Absolutely not.
I'm a firm believer, if your time's up, it's up. My plans is that I can go back to being normal again and be independent and enjoy the rest of my life. So I'm very thankful that I am still here.
Oh, no. It was absolutely beautiful meeting Hannah. She's a lovely person. You know, you've got to have the highest respect for the paramedics. I'm just blown away with what they managed to do. They have just done a phenomenal job and you can't thank them enough.